You're tuned in to Community Conversations with the Trio, a weekly show that explores key topics in health, education, politics, and business. You can always find us on the web at cctrio.com or get connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes by searching The CC Trio. And now, your host, the Trio, Dr. G, Sean D, and main man Michael Dove, on Community Conversations with the Trio.
Thanks for tuning in to Community Conversations with the Trio. This is Dr. G, alongside with me, Sean D, and my main man, Michael Dove. What's going on today, guys?
What's happening, Doc G?
What's going on, Doc G?
We ready for another exciting show?
Always.
Absolutely. Just like that show that was exciting last night in Miami.
Oh. Hey, main man, you must be reading my mind because that is the first thing I have on my list. It was the NBA playoffs, Miami and Indiana. What a show. What is his nickname? The King?
King James.
King James put on last night. Could you believe that?
Man, King James, third quarter, just took it over.
Yeah, that was, and it was predicting that it was going to be like that. I mean, did that, they actually, same thing last year. I think it was the Boston series where he took over the Game 5 and went on to win the series.
Sure did.
Yeah.
I was listening to another radio show today, and they spoke about his comments at the end of the game. I don't know if you heard that when he said he had to go ahead and kind of get back like he was back in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Some people are thinking I was taking a shot at Bosch and Wade. I didn't take it as that, but that's what they're saying. That's what he said. He had to get back where he was Cleveland, kind of take over.
Well, rightfully so. Did you not see Bosch? Actually, I don't think anybody saw Bosch. He was non-existent. But he's been non-existent for this series, though. Yeah, he's been non-existent. I think I tweeted at one point he had 7 points and 5 rebounds. Yeah, that was mid-third quarter, I believe. So I don't know what he ended up with, but yeah, he looks out of sorts, and the D Wade is just. I feel bad for him. I think those knees are hurting more than he's letting on. So he's trying to work through it, but. He's not the old D Wade. You can definitely see that. He's a slasher.
He's not the old D Wade.
He's like a great
high school D Wade.
Oh man, he's like yeah. Those knees are bad, man. He's going to have to do something about that if he's going to continue on. So.
Well, what I'm worried about is they're going to need the rest of them because if they get past the San Antonio's not going to. They're champions. Remember last year when they probably won, they didn't play champions. They played a young new team. And the year before when they lost, they played Dallas, who's an old, good, great team, a team that's been together a long time, hadn't won it before, but, they knew how to win. Mm-hmm. So now you're going back to the same kind of thing with San Antonio. You can't play like this. You can get past Indiana, Oklahoma City, maybe Memphis, Sacramento, some of these new people on the block, but you're not going to get away with that on San Antonio, man. They're going to have to do something.
They are going to sweep San Antonio.
Whoa. I think there's a lot of folks that would disagree with that right there. San Antonio is a strong team.
Indiana is stronger than San Antonio.
Wow. That's
Hello? Hey, man, you still there?
That's some strong statement right there.
I got 2 words for you, Tony Parker.
Wow. Tony who?
What they going to do with him?
No, they got something for him.
Oh,
I got another word for you. What's the guard for Miami?
Chalmers, Mario Chalmers.
Yes, Chalmers. He will shut him down.
I can't wait. Stay out of foul trouble though. He's a fouler. He's a Chalmers can hack you now. So if it gets too fast.
Yeah, we'll see.
He is so underrated though. Chalmers is underrated.
He is. Kansas Jayhawk, I think, is what he was coming out. Yep. So he hasn't been around that long either. So, but along with that, it still goes on. So and the beat goes on.
Since we're talking basketball, main man, we got our Lakers fan over here, Sean D.
I knew it was coming.
We have to bring this topic up. Do you see, main man, where LA is trying to get rid of Superman?
Dwight Howard? LA trying to get rid of Superman, or Superman trying to get rid of LA?
I think if I would guess correctly, it's LA trying to get rid of his butt.
Well, it seems like might go to Houston.
Yeah, that's
next
what they
topic.
Look, Kobe's done. Okay, it's over.
Well, he'll finish out his contract. He'll finish out his contract, retire a Laker, and be done with it.
Who?
Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, he'll do it without. I think they will get rid of Howard. He's just been a bust from beginning to end. Just hasn't clicked. You get rid of the coach. Yeah. So you get rid of the coach, and then there you go. That'll be on to the next.
Yep.
Get rid of the coach already? Good Lord.
Absolutely.
LA fan?
Yeah, get rid of already. Dude, I was ready to get rid of him halfway through last season. So this season, I didn't know what's taking so long. But I think they had enough in changes.
Now, what do you think? I don't know if this has happened to either of you in your professional lives. I know it's not happened to me. But what do you think about getting fired and then rehired by the same people like Mike Brown?
Like Mike Brown.
And I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me back now? Oh, really?
Well, definitely, I would say this. He was in a very good negotiating seat right there. So I'm sure that contract was, very substantial. It was a substantial contract. So
if it didn't have a jet in it,
he missed his opportunity if he got a jet, clothing allowance. But he stayed fresh, though. He stayed fresh dressed. So
Yeah, that's true.
got to get that clothing allowance. But yeah, it's the Lakers is again next topic.
Yeah. Any other?
what about them Cowboys?
Oh boy,
What Cowboys?
exactly.
What are they going to do with Romo?
With who?
With Romo.
What's going on with Romo? You think Romo is the future?
Man, it's not football season. We can keep going.
Oh no! Now
We don't want to talk about football.
Now we can keep going. All right.
Okay.
So he's pulling next topic.
Yeah.
He's calling for next topic.
Definitely. Hey, I know since we are in the great state of Florida, and I think this story happened somewhere pretty close. Maybe we can check it out. The Florida school that scanned the students' eyes without permission, was this when they were getting on a bus or going into the school? I saw that.
They scanned the students' eyes, like to see if they were them, or like a recognition type.
Exactly.
Secret vault.
That high tech stuff. Where did I see that?
Secret vault access to get onto this. Getting on a bus.
I think it was getting on a bus.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to find it. And so it.
I'm really glad that government tries to be thoughtful, and the lawyers of the world and all this try to be thoughtful and protect our rights and all this stuff. I understand how important that is, but I mean, come on, it's like when some parent goes, "You scanned my child's eyes." I mean, what?
Oh, this is in
What's the problem?
This is in Polk County.
Polk.
Oh, that's Lakeland.
Polk County, Florida. Parents are outraged after learning that students in area schools had their irises scanned as part of a new security program without obtaining proper permission. Students at 3 facilities, an elementary school, a grade school, and a high school, had their eyeballs scanned earlier this month as a part of a student safety pilot program being carried out by Stanley Convergent Security Solutions. So they did all this and did not get the permission of the parents. Wow. So
well, that seems kind of odd that they wouldn't kind of announce that. That would be, to me, like a positive thing. We have a new security program, so just let you know this is what's going to happen. This is why it works so well. I'm really surprised they wouldn't have announced that and made it very public, because to me, that's the first of its kind I've ever heard of.
and it is on a bus.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I would have been concerned. I mean, I guess I would want to know a little bit more about technology, make sure it's not going to hurt their eyes or something. But other than that, I'm not sure what
So the
the
guy,
safer the better than me.
the guy from the company says it basically takes a picture of the iris, which is unique to every individual, and so with this program, they will be able to identify when and where a student gets on the bus, when they arrive at their school location, when and what bus the student boards and disembarks in the afternoon. And they're saying it's just simply to enhance the safety of the students.
Yeah, but that's as great as that sounds in theory. It's the implementation, right? So that sounds like where it really went wrong is rolling it out. So, because who knew? Who knows about this? So that's right. I think that's really what the surprise is the idea of it happening without just knowledge of it. Just scanning irises and. There's what type of impact does that have on the child of if it's going to have some kind of adverse impact later on as they grow older, because kids are still growing. So does that change or does that impact it? Like you don't shine lasers in the eyes. Is it that kind of stuff? But so to me, it just sounds like there wasn't enough information on the front end about it.
Right.
Something seems strange about that, though. We might have to research that because that costs money. And so before they could spend all that money in Polk County, they had to have a school board meeting. There had to be something.
And Polk County's having budget issues as it is. Maybe that's the key to it. Maybe the company's giving money to do it.
So one of the
good point.
One of the school officials is saying that they drafted a letter that was going to be sent out to the parents, but.
That's always bad.
Here's the but part.
Here we go.
He told us that it is a mistake on our part that a notification letter to parents did not go out on May 17th. He blamed a secretary who had a medical emergency for not getting the letter out.
But still, you go from that. That's
what's wrong with her eye.
So she had a shine in her eye, so she had to go medical emergency.
She had to go to the hospital.
Therefore, couldn't get the notice out. But that's still not a plausible denial right there, because still you're talking about May 17th, and this happened. Had to be. Well, if we're talking on the 31st today, it still had to happen sometime this week, maybe at the latest. So that's what a 10-day window maybe of when the parents would have been notified. So that's still not a lot of lead time in there, regardless of getting a letter out. And I'm sure they're talking about out through the mail, and we all know how fast the mail is. So there's still something fishy about all of that. It doesn't smell right.
It always is. Somebody said on CNN the other day, related to something else, but I never, they said, if you want to know something fishy, just follow the money. That's where the fishing started. It was like, I want to know who pays this and how much it costs.
And that's, yep.
When you start finding that out, you'll start finding out what's going on.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, the theory of it. I mean, but Dove. I mean, you got young boys in school, and safety, I'm sure, is an issue. And Lee's Dr. G's got some. Got some tall kids that probably take out anybody that steps to them. So
I'm about to say he's worried about. Dr. G is not worried about safety.
Yeah.
I think the other people are the ones in danger.
Yeah, it's the other people that would be worried about their safety. But man, what do you think? I mean, if that was the case, so say the letter does make it home, do you opt out of it? Do you cause a ruckus? What is your stance on it?
Well, when you first brought it up, what it made me thought when I went to they call it loved one lunch or breakfast, where you go with your kids, and I went through the line with them, and I recognized that they have a picture of him. Like when he walks through the line and he puts in his number, his picture pops up on the screen, and and he gets his lunch, and it made me think like, wow, they got they're getting so high tech now that they got pictures, and what else do they have? I think they got his fingerprints as well, because I know we do like I did a kid, and it made me think about how much information of my son is out there that I don't necessarily have control of. It didn't cause me concern, because I think this is the way society's going, but it did cause me a pause to go, wow. So with that, I would say I would just want to know a little bit more about technology, and why didn't they just use like fingerprints, or why didn't they just use a face recognition? Because we have face recognition software down here in Ybor City. There was a big ruckus about privacy and all that. But there's other softwares that to me are not as intrusive as putting a laser in the kid's eye. So I would probably just want to know more about it. And but I probably wouldn't initially freaked out. No, but I would have definitely had some questions, concerns. I'd want it done to me. I'd want to see it. see how it felt, and then get, ask my kids what do they think about it. What, is it something they're scared of or helpful or not? But I probably wouldn't have caused a ruckus, but I definitely would have went down there, asked some questions, looked at the facility of the machine or whatever, how to do it, and do some research on it.
Yeah. Well, perhaps maybe we can get an interview with someone who's close to the process up there in Polk, because my guess, if it happens in Polk, it'll be soon to happen in Hillsborough area and Pinellas and these large districts. So I wouldn't see it. I foresee it coming. Something to that effect, because the concern is safety, yes, but so the question is, how do you guard against all these different abductions and attempted abductions? And even though we got the process in at the schools where you got to swipe your badge, there was situations where someone still got on campus and was trying to actually, I think it happened a few months ago that someone was trying to snatch a young girl. I think she was high school age, but they were trying to snatch her at the campus. And so the person obviously got onto campus, and even with all these measures, they still got onto campus. The girl was able to get away. She was able to kind of squirm away and whatever. But these situations still, the concern of safety is still out there. And, of course, you got still the Sandy Hook issue. Right. Reminiscent of, but yeah. So it's how do you do it? But then not only just the how is then how, or in addition to the how is how do you rule it out? All right. So because something has to be done, but what is it? And then how do you do it?
So maybe we could get a representative from the Stanley Convergent Security Solutions on the phone and find out a little bit more about the technology. I would imagine they're going to say it's totally safe. No, because what are they going to say?
No, it burns out eyes.
I know. What are they going to say? Yeah, it's very safe.
But we use it anyway.
They're reading your mind.
They're reading your mind. They're reading your racing memory of FCAT.
You wonder sometimes.
Yeah.
So, Main Man and Sean D., we had a conversation about this next story several shows ago. You remember our guy Ralph Wald of Brandon, who shot this guy dead? He murdered this guy after he thought the man was was raping his wife, but actually the wife was having an affair.
And he walked in on it.
And he walked in on him. You remember that?
Yep, I remember.
Well, the jury found him not guilty of murder. He walked away.
All right.
Justice served, amen. That's a message. Message.
But who's
message?
But the poor. Hey, but the poor man is dead. The wife now is going back to her husband, and she was right in the middle of this.
So what, you think she should have got shot too?
I didn't say that.
It sounds like you're saying that. That's what I heard. So
now I know.
So the fact that she's nothing's happening to her in particular. Well, but again, it was the there's no justice issue. There's a moral issue, but there's no justice issue on affairs. And so what could really happen to her? Besides her husband getting a divorce, or you want the scarlet letter A on her? What do you want?
I don't know. It's just
stick an A to her face.
Then they show a picture of them on the front page of the paper, and she's all hugging and kissing him because he's free. And I'm like,
wow. Yeah, because she knows what can happen. She don't do that. Show them what's going down.
But now
he showed his true colors.
Now, don't you?
I mean that. I can't see why he's still with her. I mean, if I took someone's life mistakenly because of her actions, on top of the fact that she's being unfaithful, I'm not sure that.
But
I don't know. I know we don't have that dynamic relationship. As far as I know, he might have been mistreating her, and may have felt that he knew why she was having an affair once he figured it all out. But I would have no understanding that relationship. But it does send a good message about the sanctity of your home. I mean, on the juxtaposition of that, though, you got that runner in South Africa that shot his girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly acted thinking she was a way.
Whoa,
we talked about that. She was a criminal.
Whoa. He's shooting from the bathroom. Through the bathroom. Blindly shooting in the dark. Supposedly in the dark. I put that in quotes for y'all. In the dark, shooting and pinpoint accuracy. Shooting her dead through the bathroom. Through the bathroom door. Closed. I don't know if I put that in the same category as you walk in on your wife and someone else going at it.
But I'm laughing at a tragedy. I'm just having the fact that was his story. I'm like, man, you had a lot more time to think of something better than that. The burglar broke through the gated community, through all your security, and then decided he needed to take a little break in the bathroom.
Exactly.
I'm like,
so I can't put that in the same category as my man just walking in on the situation there, because was he strapped already, or he went to get strapped?
He had to be strapped already. But my question is, you walk in on your wife, some guy is pounding away, that kind of thing. Don't you interrupt and say, hey, what the hell is going on here, and ask a question first? And if he is the rapist, then you shoot his butt?
Nope, you tiptoe away, you go get your gat.
I understood that the position they were in, though, it looked like he was, not tackling her, but when he walked in, I'm not sure they were, full quarters, if you will. I believe, he basically was grabbing her, once again, I'm just going by what I heard in the news. The way they were positioned, it wasn't like they were in the bed, full activity. It was like they were getting ready, and all he saw was someone pulling at his wife, and maybe pulling her clothes off. So that's what he saw, and that's why he reacted so quickly. That's what. Well, once again, I'm going. This is third party here, going by what the news said. So that because they did make sure to specifically say that the position that him, the guy, and the wife were in could be misconstrued as her being attacked.
No, don't you say, hey, what's going on here? What's going on? Ask the wife, what's going on, baby?
No. That's what the people in the movies do that get killed. What are you doing?
What is going on?
With a mask on and gun in a bag and putting your VCR in it. You don't need to ask him what he's doing.
And then,
you know what he's doing.
And then the wife can say, oh, honey, I'm sorry. This is so-and-so. He's a friend of mine.
Then you go back and you cap everybody.
There you go.
You get a little R. Kelly going, trapped in the closet. Somebody about to be untrapped.
I don't know if y'all remember this movie, Dead President. Old movie, Dead President.
Oh, yeah.
The movie that Preacher comes on. And it's like, Preacher took care of that quick.
Very good flick right there. That's a good classic right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It still goes back to another topic we've been talking about, is that, guns. Because to your point, he walked in unarmed and didn't have arms in the house. What would have happened then? If he didn't have anything, but maybe he would have got a kitchen knife or something, I don't know, but then he probably would have been more apt to go, hey, or, call 911 or something, because he has no access to anything to stop this guy, per se, right off. Or he would have just jumped him, right? Jumped him and tackled him and, been punching him or whatever. But because he had access to a gun, he immediately went to, taking him out.
Yeah. Man, I tell you. But next topic.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying the wicked web we weave.
Yeah.
Main man, we just want to warn you, next time you take your wife shopping, to one of those lipstick counters, be very, very careful. I don't know if you saw this story, but there's a woman who is suing Rihanna because she went to one of her concerts and one of her sponsors was passing out or was giving lipstick samples, and the woman ended up getting herpes, she thinks, from the lipstick. And she's suing
Get out of here.
Rihanna, yeah. Doesn't get any crazier than this.
You heard right. Herpes from lipstick.
Did you hear us?
He's in shock over there.
Yeah, that's the gift. That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that, because how would the herpes get into the? I'm assuming if they were closed packages. I mean,
Well, there you go.
Not so fast, big guy. So what they were saying was that the representative from the lipstick company was using lipstick from some of the other patrons. They didn't throw it away or give the samples away or use a new one.
Get out of here.
Yep.
See, you be trolling the internet too much. Like that.
That's just crazy.
That
everything.
is crazy.
The president can't open his mail now. Rihanna's got bad lips. He can't do anything these days. This is the David world.
Yeah, but her name is attached to it, so you go after the one with the money.
Well, that's you still go after the company too. So you go. That sounds like a suit for everybody. Just everybody gets involved in that suit right there. But I assume she's going to have to prove on the person that's doing the suing. She's going to have to prove that she didn't have it prior to, right? Because it's got to be some kind of before and after.
Yep.
But that's. But here's a suggestion for all you out there who are considering trying out these items while you're at these different events. If it ain't new, don't do.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's because why would you? There's a lot of dirty people in this world. Why would you actually? It's people have a hard time just drinking out of glasses from different doing the restaurants and stuff. Yeah,
I don't even like the samples at BJ's and what's the other one? BJ's, Costco, and stuff just all out in the open. Here, drink this. No, thank you.
I used to do that like it was like a field trip. Go to Sam's and walk down on the aisle and get all the little samples.
That's a lot of people just do that. That's their lunch for the Saturday afternoon.
Right there. That's good eats.
That's good eats. They be lined up too, boy. They lined up deep over there waiting. Just hanging out. I ain't even shopping no more. I'm hanging out in the line. Why all this traffic over here? Because they waiting for a sample to get done.
And then they go back for seconds, thirds, and fourths.
You don't get it moving up in here.
Oh my goodness!
But yeah, this that's just crazy, no doubt about it. But
so
got to be careful out there. You never know.
Absolutely.
Got to be careful.
So definitely wanted to get you guys' opinion on this story that just came out about Hillsborough County could end the ban on gay publicity. So about 8 years ago, the county decided that they would not do any advertisement of any gay pride event, gay pride parade, or anything that was promoting any of their activities. Mm-hmm. And now they are, what is his name, Beckner?
Kevin Beckner. Yep.
Kevin Beckner is now trying to get the county...
Commissioner Kevin Beckner.
Yep, to end that ban on gay publicity. Your thoughts on that? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you think it is appropriate for them to lift this ban? Hello?
Well, I mean, my opinion is I absolutely think it's the ban is unnecessary. I mean, we're in the era of living that. For me, it don't matter if you're gay, straight, blue, purple, brown, yellow.
You're a Lakers fan.
Well, it's heard me get the purple and yellow up in there, purple and gold. To me, it doesn't matter. All this, and even on the whole marriage aspect, and there's. Yeah, and I understand there's folks who are just defending it because of the Bible and the tenets of the Bible and so on and so forth. But I was having a conversation about this the other day with some mentees on the idea that, and actually the mentees brought up the fact that there's a lot of sodomy and you had a lot of gay relationships in the back in the day, back in the Bible days and so on and so forth, that was just accepted, right? So it was, you have, the stories of it happening anyway. So, it's just, so to me, to have a ban on just promoting it, I mean, that's like someone banning for me, it would be banning to promote any Black History event or any African American events or Hispanic events, Latino events, so if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. That don't mean that they shouldn't be promoted. But that's my opinion. I don't see a reason not to. I don't see a reason to ban it personally.
And Beckner was saying that as a
I didn't even know. I mean,
yeah,
I'm almost I'm more concerned that actually had a ban on it. I mean, why would you single out? That this is wow.
Yeah, come on, Dove. You know, it's the moral compass. It's
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. I try to, I think we had this in our show before, especially when we're talking to our Republican friends, that though our some of the many parts of our country were based on Christian beliefs, it's separate. Religion and the society, even though they coexist, they're two separate things. As a government, if something's happening in your community, and everyone else in the community, if they have a Latin festival, or a Spanish, festival, a barbecue contest, you can promote. Now you're going to sing out these people. Why? Because the only thing you can say is Christian belief. You can't say from the government perspective, from a societal perspective, they're doing something wrong, because it's not. It's not. That's not in our Constitution that you are, not allowed to be homosexual. Mm-hmm. So I hate when they mix that stuff. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that we have a whole part of Ybor City that, they call it gay bar because not because there's gay patrons as much, it's they're gay business owners. There's a whole section of it. They help revitalize a part of this city by themselves. And then of course, their patrons are, many of them are giving it, many of them are not.
Right.
So you're gonna shut them out?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. They're taxes like everybody else.
Yeah. Well, a lot of folks would, I think, be on the shut them out side of the equation. Well, I guess for 8 years, Hillsborough, and still continue because it's not done yet. It's just saying that it is in place. So apparently that ban is still in place. It's just it's just a talk of getting it removed. So the ban is still, right? That's what they were talking about, getting it removed. But the ban is still in place right now.
So do you guys remember? Hey, do you guys remember our friend Terry Kimball? We had him on the show.
Mm-hmm. Running for school board.
He was running for school board.
Mm-hmm.
So he says it's a bad move. It's just another effort by Commissioner Beckner to engage in government promotion of homosexual behavior. I and a lot of people who agree with me are opposed to that. So the issue is...
How do you promote homosexual behavior? I'd ask them to explain that. What? Tell me, show me an example. How do you promote homosexuality? That's like saying, we have a Black History Festival that's going to promote black behavior. What are you talking about? What does that mean?
Well, that's not a good example, man.
That's not a good example?
No, that's not a good example.
Because they always talk about show your blackness.
What are you doing at Black History Festival, Dr. G? What are you doing? You're promoting what?
You are promoting a culture of individuals. You're trying to bring about awareness
stop right there.
Of a
so
culture.
When you have a homosexual festival, what are you promoting?
You're promoting a culture of
individuals. Go ahead. You can finish that. Yep. There is no viable argument. Yeah. I know even.
But I tell you what, though. I do have one contrarian view on that. And it's just a parental thing. Everything's on TV. Kids soak it up. Everything they see, billboards, things. I got a son that just learned how to read last year. I mean, he literally reads everything he sees in the grocery store. He's reading every label. He wants to practice all the time. And of course, if he reads something that he doesn't know what it is, he questions it. And so the only time I ever kind of go, like that, when he sees, like, there's a sign in Ybor that we walk by all the time, and he hasn't seen it yet, but it says gay bar. It says gay bar, I think, supporting collusion or something like that. It's right there when we go to the movies and we eat a lot. He hasn't seen it yet, so he hasn't read it, so I haven't had to answer what that means yet. But that's the only time I kind of go, when I see that billboard and my son goes, what does that mean?
That's an educational opportunity, man. That's a teachable moment right
Indeed.
there. That's a quality teachable moment.
I can understand some parents, especially Christian parents, and go, look, I don't want to explain that to my 7-year-old. Maybe I want to wait till they're 10, but I'm not going to because they see a giant billboard that says,
the culture that we live in these days, you can't wait for those types of conversations because they're just, and back in the day, and literally back in like Dr. G's day, you could wait for those type of conversations to happen because you didn't have, like you said, so many of the media pushing topics, basically, right? So there wasn't the availability of those topics. So you could go, 3 years without seeing that culture or seeing any cultures really, other than the ones you want to promote. But with the access that we have these days, you can't watch kids all the time and shut them down to what's happening. So, but that's the reason for teaching, not necessarily saying, that it's to hide it and bury your head in the sand, ostrich style, to say that it doesn't exist is to say that here it does exist and here is some of the information about it. Now, maybe we don't want to have everybody teaching. Like I wouldn't want Terry Kempo teaching the class on what it means to be gay, what gay rights are, and what the culture is about per se. So I wouldn't want him teaching that to my kids. But it's to teach you. It's one of those moments that you can take the opportunity for learning.
But it's an alternate. It's an alternate viewpoint. And you don't want alternate viewpoints to be put on the table?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Alternate viewpoints are cool, but but you want it to be that alternate viewpoints, right? So not just everyone will burn in hell, which is the whole idea of it's the value, the moral judgment kind of concept of it, and everyone burns because of this choice, right? Because back in the day, you would have, everyone burned because they were, I wasn't going to bring up this story, but even you had the NRA because talking about going back to the days of slavery, because that is the new president of the NRA talked about the idea of they will white people will once again own black people because that's what the Bible says, right? It's their God-given right to own black people, right? So that's what so do we want him teaching the Black History course? No, not necessarily, but we want him. You want to have that opinion out there? Well, I would want my children to know, my kids to know, and those I come in contact with to know that there is that thinking out there. So you must be aware of it, but you don't necessarily need to think that way, and not everyone thinks that way, right? So yes, you want to have the balance of opinions.
Yep. Indeed.
So I said I wasn't going to bring that up, but I brought it up.
Anyway. All right. Hey, guys, we're getting to the end of another segment. But before we go, I know, Mayman, you're headed over to near St. Pete, right?
That's right. I'm at the wonderful Rays Stadium as we speak.
So we did see the story about the iconic St. Pete Pier closing today. Can you just go by and take a picture of it for us?
Yeah.
Oh, the upside down pyramid.
Yep. It's been there, 40 years? Or more?
Something like that. It's always been, I've never actually gone to it.
You've never
been there?
Wow.
Oh, man.
Mayman.
I've been here to put to the Dollar Museum, so I was there. I mean, I was close.
Mayman. Mayman. You are a native Tampanian, and you've never been to the pier?
I'm not a native St. Petersburgian. I'm a native Tampanian.
See, that's the problem right there. Right there. That's the problem.
Them St. Pete, Tampa people.
I would like to see something in their place. What they call it, the mirror or whatever what they're trying to do, that they're trying to block and all that. I would like to see something there. I admit, when I think of St. Pete, one of the first things I think of is that upside down pyramid. That, maybe the Dollar Museum.
Yeah, it's great icons.
Obviously, you don't think a whole lot of it. You hadn't been there before.
Well, you can see it in all the pictures. I mean, it's like the symbol. It doesn't mean, I've never been to the Statue of Liberty either, but,
What?
I know what I see.
You've never been to the Statue of Liberty?
Well, I give you that. I haven't been to the Statue of Liberty, so. but I don't live in New York. I don't live next to it either. But I did live next to the pyramid, the St. Pete Pier, and I have been there quite a few times, man. Come on, man.
We're gonna take your Tampa Bay card away from you.
Wow, wow. You just tapping no bay. He didn't mean that, St. Pete. He didn't mean that.
No.
Don't chase him down. Don't chase Main Man down.
Well, all right, Main Man. Well,
all you have to do is have a Cuban sandwich and eat at the Cuban restaurant. You get to keep your car.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
That's a good part of it, no doubt.
All right. Well, man, enjoy your time over in St. Pete. And go by the pier, man, before they tear it down.
Yeah, maybe I come. Are they going to blow it? Do you know how they're going to demolish it? Are they going to blow it up, one of those fancy explosions, or are they going to just...
That would be cool.
That'd be cool. That's what you're going for, cool factor?
That would be cool.
That would be just blow it up.
Yeah, they're going to blow it up. I'm going to come check it out.
Send it into the water. Just pieces flying everywhere. Y'all crazy. But no, I don't know how they're going to take it down. But yeah, it's definitely something to see though. Just to get sit on, stand up on top, you can see for miles and miles. So it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, I would say since you can't go there, definitely try the Dollar Museum. If y'all haven't gone to that, that's very interesting.
Yeah. That I need to go to. So I agree there.
I have not been there either. So.
And it's what a lot of people. Well, I don't want to say a lot of people. What I didn't know is that he did regular portraits first, and he does. Just go find the one of a loaf of bread. I know it sounds crazy.
What is
so if you go to the museum, and find the one that he did a painting of a loaf of bread.
Did a
one
painting.
of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. So he know a little bit of something.
Wow.
He knew a little bit of something.
Yeah, I know a little bit of something. But now I don't know what he was going through towards the end of his life when he started painting melting things and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know what he was going through. I know what he was doing. I went to college.
He was going through some things there, but before he got to that phase, he was an amazing artist. And then I guess, 60s and 70s, and then a lot of people start tripping in, and I don't know.
All right, man. Well, do your thing. We'll catch up. Do another one next week. All right.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll help do my volunteer work with HD Dove Catering.
There you go.
That's right. Actually, next week, Dove and I will be in New Orleans for the 100 Black Men National Conference.
Oh, cool.
Hanging in New Orleans. So
Is that where we going? I thought it was a golf trip.
Well, that too, but that's just part of it. There's some work that has to be done too. So that's we work hard, we play hard. That's how we do it.
Wow.
One last comment on that. I was thinking one of the first things I was going to do, because I've been to New Orleans once before. I said, I'm going to go there. I'm going to grab me one of those drinks they have. And then when I said the name of the drink, I thought, wow, I don't know if that's going to be the right thing to ask for, because you know what the drinks I'm talking about, right?
What's that?
The fact they sell all leaves. You know what they're called, right?
What?
Hurricane.
Oh.
So now you don't want to get that while you're there?
And I was like, I wonder if they still selling them.
Maybe not.
I think maybe I'll just ask for a daiquiri.
Well, as long as you drink responsibly, that's all that matters.
There you go.
I'll be there with you. I'll be your designated driver. So make sure that you're not messing with no Navy Yard people.
No.
We're gonna be busy for that. We're gonna be too busy for that, but I'm sure we're gonna do some eating and drinking of the local.
Lots of
fare
eating.
And,
Lots of eating.
Have a great show. Come back.
All
right, man. We got to get out of here.
All right, this is D. Sean D.
All right.
Yep.
Main Mike Dove coming from South Beach, now in St. Petersburg, and I'll sign off.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed another edutaining episode of Community Conversations with the Trio. To keep the conversation going, stay connected with us by visiting cctrio.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes by searching The CC Trio. Community Conversations with the Trio. Dr. G, Sean D, and Main Man Michael Dove.